And we're back! Alright, so... where was I? Alright, so... we just want... so now that we've played 5 duels against the AI, there's actually something we can do. Whenever you've done 5 duels against the AI, it has to be 5 duels. You get the option to do something called reincarnation. So basically, you just scroll over to any card in your deck you don't want to use anymore. So, let's see if I can find something that strikes my fancy. Oh no, Magic Jammer, I need that one. Let's take Fairy of the Fountain here. If you hit L3, you get the chance to reincarnate it. Now, basically, you'll lose this card, but in exchange, you get 3 new ones. The cost that have a slightly lower deck cost than the card you're reincarnating. There are some cards you can only get through the reincarnation process, however. And you're only allowed 1 reincarnation for every 5 duels. So if you did 10, you don't get 2 of them. You still only get 1. So basically, after doing 5 duels, get rid of one of your old cards and you get 3-1. There's no reason not to do it. So let's see what I get from it. I get Giant Red Sea Snake. Big Eye. And Cockroach Knight. So 3 of them appear up here. Big Eye, when destroyed in battle, spellbinds enemies for 1 turn. Giant Red Sea Snake is actually pretty okay. Just that power. Okay, so I want to put Magic Jammer in here, so let me see if I can get rid of something. I don't need Forest anymore. Because I can't get rid of this. I think I'll just keep my deck the way it is for now. I really want Magic Jammer, but I can't really use it. For a reason I'll explain in just a second. Now we need to go to Exeter. And that's the reason why I couldn't put Magic Jammer back in my deck. It would have made my deck cost 797, which is 2 points higher than Necromancers. Or Bonz from the anime, who has blue hair now all of a sudden. I'm sure it's a translation thing. I don't see why it couldn't be. Ooh, my zombie deck hungers for a taste of you. I spent most of, well, I was practicing this duel yesterday twice, 2 different occasions. It's even very interesting. I learned a few interesting things about his deck. So, here's Bonz' deck, sort of. His deck master Pumpkin, the King of Ghosts. If you couldn't guess, he mostly focuses on zombies. However, there are a few machines and a few insect cards scattered throughout his deck as well. Why machines and insects? Because he has a ritual card that requires a machine, an insect, and a zombie to pull off. I forget what the card's name is though. I think it's called Dokura Rider or something like that? Sounds about right. The first time I actually knew he actually had that. Hi, Magic Neutralizing Force Field. Could be kind of cool. So, this is the first, like, major, well, for us, this is the first real battlefield that isn't really one-sided. Like the past 3 we had, the terrain was largely in our opponent's advantage. This one, if we could get him to come to our side here where all the metal stuff is. Well, actually, that's not a good idea either. Because my spellcasters suck in metal terrain. So let's just do this right now. Oh god, I'm trying to remember what to say. Let's just do that. Because most of the cards are zombies, which get powered up in Wasteland. Oh, and there's C squares here that I completely destroyed. C terrain is new, so I'll tell you what it powers up. It powers up aqua, fish, and sea serpent monsters, and powers down pyro and machines. I believe machines are powered down by C. We have to mention thunder is another monster type that's powered up by C. Not sure why, but it is. Okay. So he's got a few fusions in his deck, and remember Darkness Ruler's power-up effect that his deckmaster had. This one has an extended support range. Normally, the increased support range for same type friendlies, in this case it would be zombies, is 3x3. Extended range boosts that to 5x5. So what I'm basically saying is get used to seeing just get used to seeing him be very powerful. And there's not a lot you can do to stop it, especially with a deck like mine, where my terrain changing card for my main one, Yami, gives him a power boost as well, because zombies are good in darkness for some reason. But I think I just won the game, more or less. Because right here I got a card called Rogue Doll. Rogue Doll allows one-sided destruction of zombie monsters. Unfortunately, Rogue Doll is going to be spellbound a lot. And something I found out through the AI when I practiced this map is, yeah, it does not give a shit about the effects of cards. Well, I should explain what I mean. The only thing the AI cares about is that these cards are more powerful than this card. Doesn't take into account Rogue Doll's effect, which is one-sided destruction of zombies. Life point damage is not applied, and there are few robots. Technically, that's an accurate statement. Insects in his deck. Machines. But for the most part, he's not gonna care. It's like, oh, that card's weaker than mine. Gotta kill it, gotta kill it! Like, you watch, I'll move up towards it, and he's gonna willingly engage this card. You watch, it's gonna happen. Or it could completely ignore it. That's something that is coming. Unfortunately, Rogue Doll's not going to get a lot of points towards ranking up, because, correct me if I'm wrong, I might just be. Being spellbound takes points away from your ranking. Well, now I have 3 turns to think about what I plan to do to get rid of you. Magic neutralizing force field does not take away effective terrain or leader effects. Although, if I change those terrain effects... Yeah, see, watch. In any normal situation, Rogal would be dead, except this is not a normal situation. He just summoned another zombie. Okay, I think he's surrounded by insects or machines. He's got a cold card blocker. And that thing is nasty powerful. Defensively, that is. Offensively, it's a bit of a pushover. It's just mainly there to tank. And tank it does very, very well. Fortunately, or I guess fortunately, it doesn't seem to be moving all that much. That card turns all of his monsters into zombies. The White Silver Zombie. That's one of 2 cards in his deck that can do that. And that's the other one that can do that. Which leads me to believe that card you just placed is a spell card. Dark Hell? What? That's what I wanted Magic Jammer for. He has that card in his deck. Well, I think I'm screwed now. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I am. I would need my own terrain card to pull off any sort of counter. Junk in my hand. Wait, that created something? I wanted to see what it was that created. I don't think it was anything too powerful for Soul Hunter. Never mind! I created something incredibly powerful and then I threw it away. Huh. I'll remember that. You can bet I'm gonna remember that one. Holy crap. Such a powerful card. Now what do I do? Literally throwing away cards. Oh, that's power increase. Oh, it's Skelegon! Or just Skelgon. I keep calling it Skelegon. That makes so much sense. I don't know why. I hit circle again. I'm just used to not showing off the animations because they take too long. I don't know. I mean, I've been debating turning them off anyway, so... this'll help, I guess. Spectre, you're... Oh, Spectre, no. Dude, Shadow Spectre is completely based. After what it did to Rex Raptor in the last part. Not gonna hear any shit about Shadow Spectre anymore. How did that even happen? Skelegon's completely out of its range? What? 1719 is its base stats. That feels weird. Oh my god. Well, I look at it this way. I am losing a ton of frame rate. There is a way for me to pull this off, but I need to create my own zombie counterattack. That's literally the only way it works. Yeah, I'm still trying to get over Black Hole. Or Dark Hole, I should say. Because that came out of nowhere. Like, in one of my practice fights against Bonz, he had me by the throat the entire time. And then he used Dark Hole for whatever reason and destroyed everything on the field. And I'm not sure why he did that. But he did it. And because he did it, I ended up losing anyway on this incredibly stupid play. Well, we've seen both of those animations, so I don't see any reason to show it. Stupid play involving this thing. Hoping for something, anything. Just take wing. So what's that in front of this pumpkin? It's some kind of magic card. Could be Wasteland. He has that in his deck. I know exactly what that thing is. I could very easily find out though, couldn't I? That card is Gumo. It's one. It has a few cards like this that allow him to move and attack without triggering a trap in limited range. I'll get rid of you now. You're useless. It served its purpose. It figured out what was going on. It's literally only slightly more powerful, just because of its own effect. That's pretty good. I feel like I need to give Shadow Spectre a bit more credit. Because it's kind of bizarre, actually. God, that victory animation is still the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. To be fair, I could say that about a lot of things that happen in this game. And I got a lot of cards I could use. Most of them being the Musician King. Let's see what this will do. Oh, look, you're back to normal. Well then. Gee, this looks familiar. I feel like I saw it just a few turns ago. Same result. More or less, anyway. Alright. I don't think he'd... To be fair, I could be completely wrong in my assumption that he has a few magic cards lying around. They could just as easily be That's exactly what I just said they weren't. They could just as very easily be machines or insects. In fact, I have an easier time believing that. If I'm being honest with you. Inotama. I use that card. That's his damage. I cast a spell. Oh, you're fat. Very, very fat. Well, at least it's out of the way, I guess. I could very easily just power up Spirit of the Wind and not have it commit suicide like this, but I'm just... But no, Musician King takes priority over everything. Why? Because it does, that's why. Okay. Oh, fun. Goddamn. Here it is. So I have this code book that I bought years and years and years ago. That has a bunch of passwords for this game. That I will be sure to show off as soon as this battle is finished. And I have won. That's obviously what's going to happen, right? Yeah, that power! Going straight to your fucking head. Unfortunately for me, I'm saying this a lot, aren't I? I have a good counter right there on the 13th grave. Power, power, power. I have every right to assume that that thing will kill this card. Going in. Nope, it's just a pathetic insect. Ooh, now I do get to show off the Meadow Arena. I'm trying to think of which ones I still need to show off. Then I'll turn off the animations. God, this 13th grave, your animation is so weird. It just like slashes down and then he just walks away. Not even to check if it's dead, it just walks away. The thing looks heavier than its entire skeleton. Managed to raise it up in the air, I'm kind of impressed. Okay. I think you confuse... No, it's not 13th grave you confusion summon. It's Zombie Warrior you confusion summon for some stupid reason. This will create... Yes. Good. Power. Powerful card. Good card. I like that card. Pretty useful. As long as I keep it in the forest, it will be a very, very good card for me. wonder if it does this should create zombie warrior, won't it? No, it created armor zombie. That's interesting. Well, this battle's going on a long time. I do not know what to do. I guess raise my health again. Wow. There's just so many really good cards you can get. I think only through passwords. If it's not through the password system, then it's through... I'm gonna kill that card now. Well, I need to kill it with a card that will give me a win. Dude. Gotta do math real quick. I've won. Yeah, that thing is super hyper dead. Wow, you look so tiny. Oh, that's lame. I expected a mountain to just rise out of nowhere and impale that stupid insect. Just strokes its beard. I don't know. That would have been cool, right? Just blows its horn, mountain appears out of nowhere. Just drops a mountain on it. Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I can dream, can't I? Ooh, dark energy's in there. Oh, I got wood remains. Ooh, we got Skelgon. And Graveyard in the Hand of Invitation. Awesome. Now I can make that zombie deck I always wanted. Or just turn everything into zombies. Dude, Rogue Doll would one-sidedly destroy itself. You'd be a fool if you think you've seen the last of me. Well, I have. Unless I'm that desperate enough to get your freaking ritual card. Yeah, you don't unlock any new duels from beating this guy. All you unlock is... The only reason why you would do that is to get his rose card. That's it. And I completely closed the book of codes I have. Oh, I opened straight up to it. Awesome. So you know how L3 triggers reincarnation, right? Well, hit R3. And you can start entering codes for a number of different cards. A lot of these happen to be deck masters, by the way. I'll pick one. Pick one at the bottom here. Yeah, numbers are a combination of letters and numbers for the most part. Kind of hard for me to actually tell from here. So if you enter in this password, I'm just doing it to show it off. I may or may not actually use this card. The password I input, you get Mirror Wall, one of the best cards in the game. I say that, but really, passwords give you pretty much a bunch of the best cards in the game. Mirror Wall is a trap that is full range, so it affects the entire battlefield. Anytime your enemy initiates an attack against your leader or any other thing on the field, its attack gets cut in half. Instantly. Every time it initiates an attack. It is broken. The only thing stopping it would be... I'll show off one more, just in case you want to know. In case you want to know these, I will show all of them off inevitably. In fact, the game gives you 2 passwords for clearing each of the campaigns. A-T, then E, and then another T is next. I think I passed that a bit. That's so hard to tell what the hell that is from here. Shit. H E then 1. And you get the card Royal Decree. That prevents all trap cards from working. It just stops it from working, it doesn't destroy the card. So if you can destroy Royal Decree, you can get your trap cards to work again. I think the final boss of the game uses Royal Decree, I think. One of them do. Yeah. There's a bunch of like really, really good cards you can only get from doing passwords for the most part. Or some of them at any rate. 8 others you can get through custom duels. Those would be your deck masters. And you're only allowed to use each password 1 time. So it's a one-time thing. But if I reincarnated one of these cards for whatever reason, I would get really, really good cards in return. But yeah, that's going to about do it for this part. I mean, hey, we sort of got a victory. We're 4-2 now. So next time we'll go to one of the other spots we've yet to tackle here in England. Probably Lancashire, because I'm still not ready for Toton. So I'll see you all then. Bye now.